Adrien Rabiot says he is very happy at Juventus and with his position in the France setup, with a new contract in Turin beyond this season certainly a possibility. Rabiot's last contract with Juve was due to expire at the end of last season, and he did not sign a new deal until just days before he became a free agent. With it looking likely the Frenchman was due to leave the Italian giants, the likes of Manchester United and Chelsea were circling for his signature, but he committed his short-term future to Juventus instead of a high-profile switch to the Premier League. The contract he signed in June only runs until the end of this season, so questions will be asked again of his intentions beyond next summer, but he sounds relaxed about the situation. The 28-year-old has started all 8 of Juve's Serie A games so far this season and was in the starting 11 for France as they beat Netherlands on Friday, so everything is going well for him right now, although he didn't guarantee he would remain in Turin next season. "This is a club where I am happy and we are having a very good season," Rabiot told French outlet Telefoot. "Staying at a team I knew very well, and the season going into the European Championship seemed the best option. The club has faith in me. We'll see later on about a renewal, but in any case I am very happy with my situation at the club and in the France squad." A 2-1 victory over the Dutch on Friday made it 6 wins from 6 matches for France, who have qualified comfortably for Euro 2024, while Netherlands are battling it out with Greece for second spot in the group. Mauricio Pochettino has a perfect partnership that he can unleash at Chelsea in the coming weeks, with Thiago Silva likely to be replaced. The veteran defender has started every Premier League game this season despite being 38 and Chelsea wanting to give him plenty of time to rest in between matches. While his leadership from the back is important, Chelsea have a number of players capable of taking on that mantle, with the perfect centre-back partnership of Benoit Badiashile and Axel Disasi soon to be available. The French duo played alongside each other at AS Monaco before their respective moves to West London, and a reunion on the pitch could arrive once Badiashile returns from injury, with Disasi believing they strike the perfect balance as a partnership. "Me and him complement each other really well," Disasi told Chelsea's official website in an interview alongside his fellow countryman. "I'm perhaps more of a duels player, while he likes to receive the ball and start up attacks. But it's not a case of him not being a duels player and me not being a receiver of the ball. These things, they just work well. We feel great together." Badiashile added, "By playing and playing together, you learn how to react to things and see things a little bit better together. It's one of those things that becomes easier." Prior to his summer move, Disasi spoke to Badiashile about Chelsea, with the exact details of their conversations now being revealed. "I had some questions about the group and he turned round and straight away said it's one of really good quality," Disasi reveals. "He told me about the project, and even though it's a project, it's still a really good side. He also said how he had already been convinced by the project and how everything was going well for him. Since I've arrived, everything he said has been true. Yeah, it's been a little bit shaky, but it is a project and I'm in the same boat as him now. As from everything I've seen since the start of the season, it's been really encouraging. For the partnership to come into effect, Silva will have to be the one phased out of Pochettino's starting 11, with the former Monaco defenders each revealing their admiration for the Brazil international. Mauricio Pochettino has nearly 2 weeks to prepare for the biggest challenge of his Chelsea leadership role. He has managed to steady the ship over the past 2 weeks, winning 3 games in a row, but a tough run of matches awaits him, and that could decide the season. Chelsea will need to rest and recover in the coming weeks as they prepare to face Arsenal, Manchester City, Manchester United, Tottenham, Newcastle and Brighton in the next 6 weeks. For Pochettino, this is a good time as the returning players begin to reintegrate into the team. Despite being stripped of players worth more than £400 million, their captain, and regularly reduced to academy players on the bench, Chelsea are still miles ahead of some of their rivals. 9 points ahead of the top team, Chelsea is only 2 points behind Newcastle and can make significant progress in the coming weeks if they maintain good form and take advantage of the lack of commitment to participating in the European Cup. On top of that, Chelsea are also getting stronger every week, or so it seems. Armando Broja returned for the final 3 matches before the international break and scored his first goal in 9 months, while Raheem Sterling also overcame illness to recover by assisting on all 4 goals on Burnley net. Both will compete for a starting spot when Mikel Arteta's Arsenal comes to Stamford Bridge. Broja will compete with Nicholas Jackson for a starting place and could get another starting spot after he was not involved much in the first half against Burnley. Jackson scored his second goal in as many matches, taking his tally to 3 for the season, but was spotted wearing a wristband. The 22-year-old has withdrawn from the Senegal squad for upcoming matches after minor surgery on his hand. This is unlikely to have a major impact on his chances of featuring against Arsenal and, having hit some form, this is the perfect opportunity for him to continue his mini-explosion. Rest will also give Reece James the opportunity to continue his recovery. The right-back has been sidelined since late August due to injury, but was close to returning before being banned by the FA for the match against Aston Villa last month. Even if he misses playing time, he still has a chance to return soon after an extended recovery period. Malo Gusto has replaced James well, but having missed the last 3 games with a suspension that also came against Villa, he will be ready to return and could start to help James get back up to speed. The midfield is expected to remain intact, with Roméo Lavia still unable to return to the team following his knock during the last international break. The defense can still have many changes after Axel Disasi was recalled and quickly dropped from the French team. Mauricio Pochettino has been heavily reinforced ahead of Chelsea's clash with Arsenal after the international break. The Blues will host Mikel Arteta's side at Stamford Bridge on Saturday, October 21st, in a blockbuster London derby. Cole Palmer was injured in the first half of England U21's 9-1 win over Serbia on Thursday night. The former Manchester City player received medical treatment in the first half, but was replaced by Tino Livramento shortly after the second half began. It was later revealed that Palmer was missing a leg. After the Three Lions' comprehensive victory at the City ground, Lee Carsley confirmed that the Chelsea midfielder will return to Cobham to continue his recovery. "I think Cole will do well, but we don't risk any players," said the England U21 coach. "If there was any doubt that they would miss a game this weekend, we would have sent them back to the club as quickly as possible. We could have kept Cole here another day and see how it goes, but we didn't. I don't think it's good. Everyone's fine, a few colds and runny noses." With Palmer's injury being much less serious than with initial thoughts, Pochettino received a big boost ahead of Chelsea's clash with Arsenal. The youngster has gone from strength to strength since moving from the Etihad Stadium to Stamford Bridge, recently becoming a key player in the Blues' starting lineup. During the international break, the former Tottenham coach praised Palmer for his unpredictability in the final third of the match. Pochettino said, "Cole Palmer is a player who links well and he links with all his teammates. We are giving him a starting position on the right to play between the line because he is prepared to be unpredictable. Football is a game where you have to be unpredictable and he has the ability to do that." With Palmer returning to Cobham soon, he will be able to take part in Pochettino's special preparations for the Gunners' draw. After Chelsea's impressive win over Burnley last week, the Argentine said, "To improve the players, to try to get the injured players back in 2 weeks, we will take some time to practice on the training ground. Of course, the atmosphere is different from last time. This time, last month. With a win, it's much better. I think you have to keep trying and working hard to try to be better."